We are but 1 week out. And yes, it is the most important election of our lifetime. And this time it's really true. Because the alternative is, if you don't put Trump into office, a lot of people are going to say this is outrageous to say, but there's a specific demographic out there that wants to throw you and I into jail. Load us onto vehicles and take us somewhere. That's not hyperbole. That's the truth. Just listen to what the left says about all of us who don't agree with their BS. What happens? Well, they want to put you away somewhere, re-educate you. Well, I guess at first. And a lot of people say, well, that's just a small subset of leftist libtards out there that only believe that. Okay. But there's the equal amount, I guess I would say not the equal amount, because if you say it's a small subset, you say it's 10%. But there's a 90% that are just going to allow it to happen. Allow you and your family to get separated and moved off onto re-education camps. That's what I believe. Just listen to what they say, because that 90% isn't going to do anything. They're going to keep quiet. They're saying, I don't want to say anything. I don't want to go to a camp. Because the left right now, that is what they're saying we want to do to them. No, not really. I want to do it to you before you do it to me. Because I'm listening to your crazy idiots out there on your side that you don't rein in. Anytime I hear someone crazy on my side, I go, hey, dude, maybe we shouldn't, go down that route. Maybe we shouldn't. Because once you open that door and you go through it, the door gets slammed behind you. And the door gets locked. And it's almost impossible, almost damn near impossible, to get that door back open and put the genie back in the bottle or the toothpaste back in the tube. Almost impossible. In fact, it's damn near impossible. That's why you can't do that. However, knowing that the 90% of the left isn't reining in the 10% that's crazy, well, that's where we're at. And I guess that's my topic of my video here. You have to vote for Trump. You have to. You have to. You got to put him in there. Because if he doesn't get in there, and that's not even a foregone conclusion. Let's say he does somehow win the popular vote, somehow make it to 290 electoral votes, and he gets in there. The Democrats have already said that are in the Congress that they're not going to certify the election. They're just going to let it go. Use the 14th Amendment and throw him in jail, say he's disqualified for whatever reason. And then what? You disqualify him, okay, great. Then what happens? You see, and that's what I was thinking. Why are these filthy god dang Democrats saying that? Because they want the right side of the political spectrum to get feisty. But knowing full well that if it goes hopefully the correct way next week, that the left's going to get crazy. And I think that's more apparent now I think foreshadowing or forecasting out or making a quick hot take. I think that if Trump does win, and I think there's a very good chance, but you got to get out and vote. Just vote. If you know somebody out there that hasn't voted yet, take them to early vote, or if you have to go on the voting day, take it. Take the day off. Go vote. Vote all the way down Republican. And I get it. They're not the quote-unquote answer, but you got to start somewhere. You got to start somewhere. And if you don't put the Republicans in office, and at this point, we're not the right ones. Well, you know what? There's always 2026. If the right one doesn't get in there, run for your local dog catcher, your city council, or state senate, or state congress, or whatever. And get in there and vote. Or get in there and run. So you can be the right person. And I get it. It's expensive. And you probably don't want to do it. I get it. I pondered that idea. I'm thinking, well, who am I going to run for? No, it's just too much. But again, you got to put him in office. And if they do, they slack off and they do mess around and screw you over, then we can hold their feet to the fire. Then we can fire them and put somebody in that will do their job, will do what we want them to do. Because they represent us, the will of the people, not the will of Wall Street or the will of K Street, none of these corporate pieces of human filth. All of them need to understand that where our system works is we're in charge, and if you don't do what we say, well, we just, vote you out. And that's where I'm coming back to the liberals, the Democrats, the liberal progressives, the socialists and communists. If they don't get their way, they always 100% get violent. And that's what I sort of see what may happen. I hope it doesn't, because I don't want no part of it. I'm old. My bones creak. I've had 4 knee surgeries. On one knee, I got one of my arms goes numb every once in a while. What am I going to do? Do I want to occupy a foxhole in some random county, holding a road junction because liberals have lost their damn mind? And I have to stop them for whatever violence they want to project, or not project, just do on us? I don't want to do that. I will have to, if thought experiment here, would I have to do that? Maybe. I don't want to do it. I want no part of it. You FBI out there, I'm saying I want no part of it. Zero part of it. I'm just not made for that. I did my time in the military, in the Army, 20 years. I've done my time. I don't need to rehash that. That was my 20s and 30s. I'm done. I don't need this. I don't. You don't need it either. And again, like I said, once you pop that toothpaste out or go through that door, the door gets slammed, you can't put the toothpaste back in the tube, and it starts to get crazy. And then you want to talk about famine and disease when all the infrastructure and the social services just go out the window? That's bad news. Real bad news. You don't want it and I don't want it. I would think it would be easy for me to, get with somebody on the left and go, hey, can we not? No, there's no breaking bread with those idiots. There's not. You can't talk to the left. You can't break bread with the left. They're insane. They're crazy. And anytime someone on the street tries to talk to them, they don't want to talk. They're immediately angry. They call you racist, sexist, homophobe, blah, blah, blah. All the phobiness. And the new one recently is, you're a fascist if you don't believe me. You're a Hitler if you don't believe me or do what I say. Oh, great. That's awesome. Wow. Well, then if they call us that, then what we are the worst people in the world. And by the way, we went to war with German fascism and Italian fascism. Well, guess what happened? During wars, yes, people get hurt. Is that what they're saying? Is they want to hurt you and I for not believing their BS political ideology? Because they've already deemed us already evil, vile, vicious lizard creatures. Okay, well then I determine that you're an evil, vile, vicious lizard creature. Then there's no negotiating. Then we should probably step into a national divorce. But the left doesn't want to give up their power because they know for damn sure that if they get their own country, we'll eventually invade them because they're going to go insane. They're going to start saddling up to China, saddling up to Venezuela and Cuba. Then we're going to have to retake the country again. We can avoid all of that by just chilling out. But again, that's a Pollyanna take. There is no way that'll happen in today's world. There's no way. The divide is too wide. The gap is too large for us to reach across the aisle and say, hey, can we just chill out? They don't want to chill out. They want to attack us. They want to put us 6 feet under. Don't believe me? Listen to what they say. Listen to what they say. This is what they want. They want you and I not in the picture anymore. They hate us. Just look what they say. They just test our existence. That's fine, I guess. Well, and then I detest your existence. And then there's no negotiating. There's no handshaking, no breaking bread, no sitting across the table for someone. Hey, can we just? There is none of it. If that's where we're at, then that's where we're at. Then there's nothing else to say. If they don't want to, I don't know, chill the hell out. If they don't want to negotiate, if they don't want to tone down all this BS, all this angry vile they shoot at us, literally and figuratively, then talking with them isn't going to do anything. We're wasting our time. They're wasting our time. I don't know what else to say. So I guess in closing is, whatever happens, it's going to be bad for us if it goes the wrong way. If it happens the correct way, maybe, just maybe, we can tone all this vitriol down. I highly doubt that, because the left wants us removed from the situation, if you understand. They want us removed from the total American solution. They don't like us, then in turn, I don't like you. And that's freaking sad. Come a long way from the 80s where, yeah, there was division a little bit, but at least we go, well, we're here at Thanksgiving. Maybe we should just chill out for a while and not, talk about politics. And that was part of the problem. That we were always afraid to talk about religion or politics at the dinner table. Look where we're at now. We can't talk to each other. It is what it is. Go vote for Donald Trump, because good God, are we hosed if he doesn't get in.